Hey everyone, every now and then in sports, an athlete comes along and delivers a performance that's so explosive, so utterly dominant, that it just completely shatters what we thought was possible. Today we're going to dive into one of those moments, a truly breathtaking display of power hitting that left everyone watching absolutely speechless.
14. Just remember that number. 14 balls. That's all it took. Against a professional bowling attack, one player needed just 14 deliveries to completely flip a match on its head.
And what happened in those 14 balls? 50 runs. A half-century. I mean, we're talking about a scoring rate that is, well, it's just off the charts. It was pure, unadulterated aggression that set the stage for something truly unforgettable.
So who was the man at the center of this incredible storm? None other than Indian opener Abhishek Sharma. We're going to break down his historic performance against New Zealand, an innings that edged his name right into the record books.
All right, so let's set the scene. We're in Guwahati. It's the third T20 International. Sharma goes out there to open the batting and just unleashes a knock that would go down as the second fastest 50 ever scored by an Indian player in the history of the format. Just incredible stuff.
But here's the thing. To really appreciate the sheer brutality of this innings, you have to understand the context. This wasn't just some random game with nothing on the line. Oh no, the stakes were high, which makes what happened next even more mind-blowing.
So India was chasing 154 to win. Now that's a competitive total in any T20 match. You've got to play well. But more than that, a win here would mean a 3-0 series sweep against a really, really good New Zealand team. So yeah, the pressure was definitely on.
So how in the world did he do it? Let's take a look at the anatomy of this assault. And I mean assault. It was a complete dismantling of an international bowling attack. This is where the numbers start to get a little bit crazy.
Just think about the method here. 5 fours and 4 sixes. So if you're doing the math, that means 9 of the 14 balls he faced went screaming to the boundary. He wasn't just chipping away at the total. He was dealing exclusively in big hits, just ripping the game away from New Zealand right from the start.
The commentators calling the game they were scrabbling for words. And this quote, it just perfectly sums it up. It felt like it didn't matter what the bowlers tried, Sharma was sending that white ball absolutely everywhere. A complete 360-degree attack.
Okay, so a performance like this, it makes you wonder, right? Where does this actually rank among the all-time great Indian T20 innings? I mean, it's one thing to score fast, but it's another thing entirely to do it faster than almost every legend who's come before you.
And there it is, he slots in right at number 2, just 2 balls shy of his own mentor, the legendary Yuvraj Singh, whose 12-ball 50 is, well, it's the stuff of myth. And in doing so, Sharma blew past the record of another huge hitter, Hardik. That is some seriously elite company to be in.
And you've got to remember, this wasn't just about him getting a personal record. Not at all. The impact of this innings just ripped through the entire match, leaving the opposition completely shell-shocked and turning what should have been a competitive chase into, well, a foregone conclusion. I mean, this right here tells the whole story. New Zealand set a really competitive target, expecting a full 20-over dogfight. But because of Sharma's blitz, India chased it down in just 10 overs. 10! Half the time. They didn't just win the game, they made an absolute mockery of the target.
This quote from the commentary says it all, doesn't it? That phrase, soul-shattering, is so perfect. It speaks to the psychological damage that was done out there. The New Zealand players looked like they had no idea what just hit them. It was a performance that just crushed their spirit. So in the end, that one blistering knock from Sharma just powered India to one of its most dominant victories ever against the top team. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. It locked in that 3-0 series sweep and sent a clear message to every other team out there about the kind of firepower India had. And all of this leaves us with one final big question. We just saw an entire match basically decided in the span of a few overs by one single player. When individual brilliance can be this fast and this destructive, does it fundamentally change the very nature of the game itself? Definitely something to think about.